It's time to play Starfield. It is that time, guys. Starfield time. Bethesda Game Studios presents one of the most awaited games of all time, actually. With a few delays, it's now finally on Game Pass. Can't wait to play it. I actually waited for it. It's one of the games I waited a lot for because I'm a huge fan of RPGs and space exploration in games. What could go wrong? I think I'll really like it, but I don't want to expect too much from this game. I want to keep it normal. My expectations would be normal.
Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple rule?
Listen to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, I work in the Star Dock. Except with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah, and the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. A shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own helium. Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself.
Just no more unauthorized jumps in the house for room space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. Most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
A group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to leave you behind.
Promises, promises.
Really nice beginning of the game with the cinematic and not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Let's see what we've got. How are we on time?
A little longer. Grab some samples?
Always. But not you. Check on Isabel. Make sure she eases up on the breach. I don't feel like getting buried alive today.
Roger that.
Remember, Dusty, keep your breathing steady. And
We are playing on high settings and not getting a lot of FPS, to be honest. That's
God forbid we drill on
kind
a
of a bummer. I do have an RTX 3060.
Collective space? Fewer ranks. A job like this at the United Colonies? Red tape. Look at this one over here. Calvert! No! No. It's a laser, not a sledgehammer. Ease up! Benning, if you got paid per break, you'd be a millionaire. Let's go!
Yeah, okay.
So I'm averaging around 43 FPS.
You get your cut. No exceptions. Come on, pick
Not
it up.
ideal, I would say.
What's the yield?
I would prefer 60 FPS at least.
Occasional glimmer, but it's weak.
What do you think? Stay
The
the course?
game looks gorgeous and it's too demanding, I would say too demanding
Okay, then.
on the
Let's call this
specs.
one tapped. Why don't you move over to that big vein we looked at?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, just look at all the texture in this rock. Lot of detail, as if it's drawn by a pencil, with the shading effects and everything.
Dusty, you're up. Grab a cutter.
Can actually notice a lot of detail here.
Metal deposits are in that cavern. I'll shout out when I need you.
Get the cutter. Okay, let's do some space mining, guys. We're just daily wage workers here, doing some mining, getting some credits. Can we sprint? I think we can't right now. But we can jump. Alright guys,
think we'll
let's
be done
start
here
chopping
soon?
some wood.
So I hear this is the last dig.
How'd they sucker you to join? Fall for the fancy pamphlet?
I'm busy. Is there anyone else to bother?
Does it actually break the rock? I think it's highlighting something inside the rock. Maybe that's part of the mining, which we are going to do in this game.
Guess you would know. Being the boss and all. Hey! Watch it!
So I guess friendly fire is on in this game. I don't wanna annoy my crew.
You got a few more digs to go before I feel like talking to you.
So this is the objective marker for me. I don't know what I was doing. Actually, I'm just lost in the graphics of this game. I think they're too intense for me. Personally, I'll be honest, I haven't played a game that has this much graphics. I know like Red Dead Redemption 2, I heard it has
Time. You're with me.
very high graphics settings and everything, rendering. I personally don't play a lot of games with very high graphics. Crysis would be one of the games, one of the few games, and Witcher 3 I guess, if you count that. So out of all the games that I've played, very few of them are very demanding on the PC.
Get the readings.
Yeah, about that.
Problem?
Not if you consider a spike in gravity readings a problem.
I don't.
You don't?
What we're after, it'll read as an anomaly. That's what I was told anyway.
Okay, now you're starting to freak me out.
Relax. It's just another job. Come on.
Yeah, everything is just... Lynn, seriously, there's something really effed up about this.
Where is it, Hella?
Through there, I think.
Okay, you're up. Something goes wrong in there, we'll come get you.
Why would anything go wrong?
Would you shut up? Both of you do your jobs. Client is on his way.
Client is on its way. They will never miss out on showing off the customer service, even in space. Gotta please the client.
Gravity readings. I guess that's a good thing. Just keep going.
Do you see anything?
Well, I do see some anti-gravity stuff. Break up the deposits. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Gotta wait for it to recharge. Let's fire. Some kind of a material. There we go, our space sci-fi stuff. Fantasy has just begun.
Dusty, snap out of it.
Hey, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
Now after we get knocked out, we can finally select our character. We get some basic shapes and sizes for our face and color, obviously. Some basic recruits which we can do. We are a new recruit. All of them are boring. Literally all of them are boring. Here's some interesting stuff. This is interesting. Boring. Boring. Interesting. Okay. This is good. This is decent. Okay. New edition. Didn't really see this in a game before. Such an old face. It's an old man. Okay, here's what we will do. We will do this. An average face. And while we can actually, I think, change a few things here. Let's select the traits finally. Muscular, heavy. Let's be thin. Or a bit between muscular and thin. Right over here. Halfway there. This seems good. And we can do both male and female, but this is the face we selected, so we'll keep this. And how to finish? Okay. Before that, let's go with the face. Let's get a little bit of tan. Yep. Seems right, just a little lighter, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see how far we can take it. Okay. Actually, around the neck, I'm starting to look older actually with these wrinkles, so let's get rid of the wrinkles. Or whether am I old? I'm an old woman here. I guess actually not doing things properly. Somehow it's just making me older. Not changing the color. So we'll keep this. Okay, slightly older face, but it's okay. Head shapes. Let's keep a normal head. And hair are fine actually, so hair color, let's make it a bit darker. Black. Can we get it full black? We'll take it. Eyes are fine. Eyebrows are also fine. Let's make it a bit darker. Eyebrow color, yes. Yeah. What's this? Not really giving me an option to keep it very dark. I guess. Nope. Let's keep this. It's very unfortunate. I wanted to. Can we customize the color? Forehead. Tiny forehead, big forehead. Let's get a normal forehead. This one looks good actually. Nose. First one is okay. Everything else seems okay, I guess. Let's have some jewelry. Silver is good. Silver is good. Neck. Okay, so it's either older neck or maybe we can refine something here. No, not dated. What is this? Giving us some freckles. Not really needed. Scars, we could go for some scars actually. A scar would be nice. Oh my god, we do have the Joker scars here. But let's have a bit more warrior-like, where someone will be attacked. This looks like an amazing scar actually. Oh. Like a real miner. Doing some dangerous stuff, guys. Okay, let's go with this. This seems nice. Not doing anything. Color, let's leave it as such actually. It's too much work. Dirt. Could go for some dirt actually. We are a miner after all. Let's refine this. And intensity is dark. Color is fine. Let's return it. Yeah. I guess that's not all the way there. So let's go with the first one, and for stop refining please. Now let's select the shape of us, the dirt. This is okay, we could do this. A bit milder dirt patch on our face. This is also good actually. We could also do this. This one's a bit too heavy. Let's go with this. We'll keep this and finish up. Focusing on creating a character is nice, but don't want to waste too much time. We already got a good base character actually. Select a background to continue. Okay. Beast Hunter. Combat Medic. Combat Medic. Cyber Runner. Theft, while not entirely honorable and certainly not legal, it's nonetheless occasionally necessary to discreetly remove property from someone's person. Okay. What about Pilgrim? Gastronomy. Skill, patience, and little bit of love to coax even more capability out of a ship's grave drive. Geology. The research methods. Okay. Security and fitness. The bouncer would be the most played class, I would assume. I want to do something different. In the saddle system's nuanced ability to listen and discuss can often accomplish far more than simply shooting first and asking questions later. These will be the starting skills. I guess you could always change this. Let's go with the professor. Professor, I guess diplomat would be good too, actually. Wars are over, peace now reigns the saddle systems, but only because there are those quietly fighting to keep it because of you Agreements were signed, words were heeded, lives were spared. Let's play as a diplomat, guys. It's, I think, much better. Okay, and it's mainly because some of these classes I have already played in a few other games. Not gonna lie, like the bouncer and B center, and even industrialist. I guess tech class. You could say an explorer is obviously one of the more common classes. Okay, so that's why, I mean, we could look into these homesteader and long hauler classes. What they do exactly, I haven't explored every single thing here. But what else can we do? Let's sign up.
Forgot. Former diplomat, right? You must have said the wrong words to the wrong people to wind up here. Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way, then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened? Well, makes the paperwork easier, and we got what we were looking for.
All this trouble for that stupid thing? Huh, sure don't look like much.
Never mind what it looks like. It's worth more than this mine has pulled in all month. We'll be... Speak of the devil. Our Constellation contact is on approach.
Wait, the Explorers group? I thought they were kind of a joke.
Not a joke. You're just too young to know better.
Hey, I'm just saying they got a reputation. Hell, I bet half the crew here doesn't even believe they really exist.
Half the crew doesn't believe Earth exists, but it's still there. Same with Constellation.
Yeah, come on. Exploring space? Who does that anymore? Ain't the space we've already got complicated enough?
Not to them, apparently. All right, Dusty. Airlock. Put your helmet on.
The fuck out of my GPU, guys. I'm getting 30 FPS. Really, like on an RTX 3060.
Yes, it has. That mine on Bendy, right?
Kazal, hellhole, like this place. Rare mineral contract. Your tastes are a bit more sophisticated now, huh?
So,
let's look at the graphics for a bit while they're talking. Let's look at the texture on this rock. it has more fidelity than any other game that I have played, and that's probably a right statement. But even though I would say it's not as realistic as real life. In real life, if you look at these rocks, such rocks, they're not this uniform. Okay, the patterns are not this uniforms. They are more chaotic and a bit more varied in texture, even on the same rock, rather than moving from one rock to another. Okay, you will see a lot of difference in the texture and shape of the rock overall, unless of course humans have engineered it, like maybe polished the rock or something like that. But usually, like especially the rocks in places where mining is done, are more like this overall, I would say. So exploring this a little bit. But the game is super good looking. There is no doubt about that. It's going to tax your GPU to its limit, which is good, I guess, if you're a PC gamer.
Is that right? Went on a trip, huh? Well, you could say that the infinite possibilities of the universe are full of everything but coincidences. That fun, huh? Not the most gentle push into the great mysteries of space, but hey, been there.
Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn. All business.
Barrett, the scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship coming in hot from orbit.
I really thought I lost them.
Barrett?
First combat, guys, let's do this. First combat. Let's get to cover. After this, we will save the game and end the video.
Every time.
Now that was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions? You're coming with me to Constellation. You're part of this now. You ever stare up at the stars at night wondering what's out there? Well, that's us. That's where we go. Marvelous.
Oh, no, Barrett. No. You think you're just going to take off after the mess you caused?
All right. I guess I did just put you all on the Crimson Fleet hit list. How about I stay and I send your Dusty here in my place? I know, but she's not some minor anymore, Lynn. Soon as she touched that rock, something changed. Don't tell me you can't feel it.
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things. Just go. Before I say something I regret.
Well, now that that's settled. Bosco, get her to the lodge. No deviations.
Interesting. It reminds me of the first Mass Effect game where we touch a Prothean artifact.
Again.
But
Very well.
in that game,
Oh, and hey,
something
take this.
actually happens, and in this game I'm not really sure whether it's leaning towards fantasy or maybe it's just it's no fantasy, just normal sci-fi space stuff.
Look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now, questions? They're just following the loot, like pirates do. And I have something of a reputation as a loot collector. Come on. You really not at all curious about that light and music show you experienced? Why it only affected you? Because if you didn't notice, we've all been handling it since with no problem. The way I see it, Constellation needs that artifact, but they also need you. This mystery is only getting bigger each step we take. And you're part of it now. That, my friend, is the million-credit question. And Constellation can find the answer. With your help.
I guess they're not gonna tell me anything interesting about that artifact, so let's
Don't
go.
let her break my ship.
It is an artifact, guys. Something special will happen. We are the chosen one. It's like always. So let's do this. And I guess this will be our starting ship. A lot of detail here. Yeah, I'm saying this again and again, but the game is graphically very demanding, I would say. It must look really good on a high-end PC.
Captain, I assume
Very
you know how
good,
to fly
actually.
a Class A starship. As Barrett likes to say, it's as easy as learning to ride a bike. I will attempt to boost the shields, just in case there are any difficulties. Shields ready. The rest is up to you. And systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems and we'll be on our way. power. Allocating power is under your direct control. Let's go over the engines. Engines control our maximum speed. Try increasing and decreasing our relative velocity. A ship's engine has a sweet spot for better handling during turns. Draw your attention to the HUD. You'll notice a speed indicator in the lower left with a gauge that goes up and down as you adjust the throttle. Try to center the gauge so that it lines up with the center of the vertical bars to its right. Boosts can be engaged for temporary bursts of speed.
I guess we could skip the tutorial, but might as well learn it in case we need to do any space combat later.
The shields. Try adjusting power to the shields. Notice more power increases their strength. Shields protect the ship from hull damage. Without a hull, they'll be vaporized. Shield health is displayed in the lower right. Hull damage is below it. You've proven an adequate pilot. Are you familiar with ship combat tactics? Because that's a Crimson Fleet ship bringing its weapons to bear. We will need to disable their shields. Laser-based weaponry is particularly effective. If you can keep the enemy ship centered on the HUD, we can lock in to fire a homing missile. The enemy shields are down, Captain. Ballistic weaponry excels at damaging the hull once shields are offline. Congratulations on surviving your first Starship assault, Captain. We should search the wreckage for spare parts and other salvage. You will need to fly close to it before we can access the remains. Crimson Fleet ships are jumping into our location jeopardize our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Crete, a perfect staging area for pirates.
Can we fast travel? Let's see. There should be a way to fast travel. Back to system, set landing target. Okay. We need to go over here. Set landing target. We go here. Travel to Crete. Travel to Crete. Let's go back to the system. Need to figure this out, right? Crete and set course. Oh, need to hold the button actually. We are off to Crete now.
In orbit, the abandoned facility with our Crimson Fleet captain is on the surface.
Okay, so actually we need to press X to land as well after setting the target or whatever. The ship will take a lot of time to travel to the planet, I guess. Fast travel's our best bet here.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Let's look at some things here. There is some vegetation, I would say, some life on this planet. If that's the case, we could encounter aliens, right? Who knows? Like, we're already in a spacefaring civilization in this game. Let's see. At the moment I think I'm going to the research lab, but not sure where my destination is supposed to be. And with this, let's save the game. Let's create a new save, actually. And that's it for this video, I think. I really like this game. So far, that's what I would say. So, I guess play this on Game Pass. It's free. It's definitely worth playing so far. I really like the graphics. There's not much story right now, but I think it's going to be better than before. The story will usually take a lot of time to, well, it's like a first chapter right now. Okay, so it will take time. See you in the next video.